You have 5 seconds to ruin a wedding. What do you do? Yell war when the bride walks down the aisle. Say oh ugly right next to the video camera as the veil is lifted off the bride's face. Propose. My 2 friends were drinking strawberry daiquiris out of huge glasses and chunked them together too vigorously as they gave a toast over the seated bride. Both glasses smashed and covered her in sticky red booze and broken glass. Yell so it turns out you're cheating on both of us. Run in with a Shrek costume on and yell I object. Yell shame. As the bride walks down the aisle. I did this. Let an earth-shattering fart rip as the best man right during the I do. Bribe the organist to play a funeral dirge when the bride comes down the aisle. Punch the flower girl as she walks down the aisle. Get badass naked during the ceremony and start stuffing my face with cake while I slap my stomach. Bring a megaphone and start booing the bride and groom. Be the husband. Jump on whoever is getting married but naked. Any objections? Yes. Tell the groom I fudged the bride before she put her dress on. Leave. I'm a wedding coordinator. Kiss the bride. Show up. Airdrop the bride's nudes to everyone. Stick my dong in the cake. Swallow the ring. Pee in the bride and groom. Slam a large bottle of vodka. And wait. Slap the mother of the bride in the face with a giant dildo. My friends, the bride, aunt showed up in a beautiful floor-length white gown and we kept telling her to change. She refused and insisted it was cream. Shit on the aisle. Yell they have herpes. Exclamation point. I mean, if we only had a wheelbarrow, that would be something. Tactical nuke inbound. Not enough situation details to determine the optimal response. Does the event venue have a sprinkler system or fire alarm? Does the individual officiating the ceremony have allergies? I cannot plan a tactical op without goshdom intel. What the fudge do you want miracles? That's it. I quit. 20 years on the job. I'm done. I cannot work like this. It didn't used to be like this. Maybe it's the budget cuts. Or maybe nobody gives a spit anymore. So why should I? I mean, am I right? You know what, maybe giving a spit is the answer. Maybe we spit in a bag. Yeah? Shit in a bag. Light it on fire. Pull the fire alarm. 5 seconds. Still got it. After all these years, I'm still the best. Get naked, cover myself in oil and glitter, and sing the chorus to Raspberry Beret. I'm going to jail for indecent exposure, but the groom had it coming. He ate the last pecan sandy. Penetrate the wedding cake. As the bride is walking down the aisle, step in front of her and loudly proclaim, "You shall not pass. I am the servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flame of Anna. The dark fire will not avail you, flame of Uden." Grab the cake and chuck it at the mean drunk guy. 10 points if you blame it on someone not paying attention. Watch spit go down. What on earth is it with people being so sexual in their responses? Why not just being a baby that starts crying, and not leaving the ceremony reception? People will be annoyed AF, but won't be scarred or have any of their personal belongings destroyed. Say that I'm pregnant with the groom's baby. Display the bride's nudes on the projector, airdrop it to everyone. A sex tape would be better. Say hey. That's the lady I FUCK at last nig HT. And then run down the aisle naked. Steal the wedding rings and smash the cake. Start playing funeral music on my phone. Scream you cheating bitch at the bride. Stop. I'm having his baby. Throw my dead pet hamster at the bride while yelling Pikachu use big on thought. I'm just saying few simple things. I ask groom to allow me one last sex to bride before marriage. When you hear speak now, or forever hold your peace say I do, Sarah, I still love you. I'd like to say a few words. Cock shit fuck ass. Smack the bride's ash while they're walking down the aisle. Beat the groom over the head with a metal folding chair as long as I can until someone stops me. Yell out the N-word and default dance. Slide tackle the happy couple right as they go in to kiss the bride. It'll just be the groom. My bridegroom will definitely be crying because they realized they're gonna be stuck with me for the rest of their life. FOOOOD and then start said food fight. Take my clothes off and piss on the cake. Propose to someone. I object. Profess your love to the bride. Send her entitled parent for somewhat reason to ruin a nice wedding and watch the whole world burn. Screamed, she's my sloppy seconds. Show up. I object. Bring up politics. Shrek voice. I object. Get naked and swing around on the ceiling fan. Replace the priest's Bible with a satanic Bible. Violently push the girl while screaming yeet before slapping down the dude. Fortnite default dance at the end is optional. Kill the bride. Dive headfirst into the wedding cake. Insult the mother of the bride. Get naked. Take the wedding cake and dump it on the bride and groom when they kiss. Kick off the speakers that are playing the wedding song. I bust the door open with my hat and walk in, only to find the groom trying to force the bride into a giant wedding ring. I walk to in front of the bride and groom, but then the groom sees me, and the last thing I see before the floor collapses is his evil face laughing. I land in the center of a giant arena, and he jumps down after me, and you probably see where this is going. Bring a hungry 3-year-old, and ignore them when they throw a tantrum. The priest, if anyone has any objections, speak now or forever hold your peace. Me, slams the seat in front, objection. Play the USSR anthem. I would come to a bridegroom and tell him I love him her. Hello Rachel BTW. Yell, he cheated on you with your sister. Yell, there are children here. Scream yeet and Naruto run into the wedding cake. I'd just yell honey, he was with Emmy last night. And just walk out. P.S. I'm a man, baby. Yeah. No one is gonna see this but your true love lives. And you marry another. True love saved her in the fire swamp, and she treated it like garbage. And that's what she is, the queen of refuse. So bow down to her if you want. Bow to her. Bow to the queen of slime, the queen of filth, the queen of putrescence. Boo. Boo. Rubbish. Filth. Slime. Muck. Boo. 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 Pull the fire alarm. Just as the bride is going to say her vows, run down the aisle, looking panicked and scream, insert bride's name, the condom broke, here I got the morning after pill for you. Scream I object, and if the priest asks I'll just say no reason, I'm just bored. Play the wrong song for the bride to walk into. Source, I'm a moron and my sister will never let me forget. Red wine in a super soaker. Shot the groom. Shit myself and act like I didn't. Kill the bride down. Cut loose with a big ol' butt cheek flapper. Why would you? Remember, no Russian. Shit on the floor in the middle aisle and field goal kick that spit into the bride, groom, and bridesmaids and groomsmen. Be myself. Stand on a table and start rapping the B-movie script. Here we are again. If the bride or groom was married before. Spit in the pasture's hair and scream it'll only last a year. Don't waste your time. Hysterically laugh while they're saying their vows. I would yell I thought you're with that other guy to the bride. Play how could this happen to me by simple plan on speakers as the bride and groom are about to kiss. Scream doom. Into a megaphone over and over while stringing multiple cowbells and playing short blasts of Despacito. Say I do. Get really drunk and scream I know which one of you is cheating. Yell, how dare you do this to Emmy Linda, we were soulmates. Stand up and say they cheated. And run out hearing them all argue to find out which one I was talking about. Truth story. We drove from Toronto to Philly to see my second cousin or something get married. He's a blob in it or something, marrying some blonde lady with a curvy body. My very trashy uncle Larry stood up and screamed. It was true. They met on eHarmony. The priest's face was priceless. Play another one bites the dust. Put dog spit in the chocolate fountain and all over the cake. Kill the priest. Till you can fudge things up real bad, real quick. Babe? Is that you? Piss on the bride. Throw up on the wedding cake. Shit on the floor. Play a playlist full of rape songs, and stop any music from playing except mine. Take off my pants and tweedling my dong in circles, while softly saying wee. Say no. Nuff said. Trash the fudging cakes and dishes. Shit on the cake. Not hold my peace. Have heart attack and die in front of the bride on the aisle. Take out a gun. Say I slept with the bride when they come to the objections part. Being the groom, calling my future wife by my ex's name when saying our vows. Pee in the cake. With everyone looking. Piss on the altar. Get up and yell I love her and she's carrying my baby. Exclamation point. When the preacher asks if anyone objects, stand up and say you gave the bride AIDS last night. Crash my car killing everyone, then looking at the survivors and saying, insert very old insult, and then dying from the crash. Run to kiss the bride before the groom can. When it is super quiet, yell out how dare you marry her and not me. Drop kick the bride. Run up the aisle and piss on the couple. Shit on the cake. I was at my uncle's wedding, and when the best man tossed the garter, one of my drunk 30-year-old cousins decided to jump across the dance floor to try and get it. In doing that, he donkey kicked an 8-year-old in the face. It sort of put a damper on the rest of the reception. It only took about 5 seconds. Ahaha, well. You're about to marry a man who had multiple affairs. You didn't know that, did you? Good luck, you're going to need it. Kick the cake over. Tackle the bride. Shit on the cake. Spin your pee-pee in a circle when you're naked when the groom is about to say I do, whilst pouring gasoline on the cake. Bride, best man. The walkway where the flower girl walks, and in a big ring around everything and everyone while singing fudge this spit I'm out as loud as you can. Then pour some in your mouth, set it on fire and then spit it on the groom and watch it all burn. And while it's burning, shove the cake up your ash and ran away on all fours screaming I'm a banana. Yell I gave him AIDS last night. I start slapping people, everybody chases me and that ruins the atmosphere. Objet saying the groom got me pregnant. Yell I had a lesbian affair with her. While the bride walks down the aisle. Bonus points if she's conservative and or Mormon or just homophobic. You fudge the bride. Only takes 3 seconds to climax. Then smoke crack for the 2 seconds left. Show up drunk and, even though it's not my wedding, wearing a wedding dress. Body slam the ring bearer as he walks down the aisle. I piss on the bride when they kiss. Start wanking? That can ruin anything.